beautiful people to our beautiful game, full of beautiful athletes who have joined us in roller derby for more than 15 years. We've got the double tweets versus the Poodles in this 15 plus years of roller derby action. Let's get a hand for all of these people on the track, y'all. We're going to be starting with the Poodles wearing black jerseys. That's number 07, Jackie Daniels. 000, Booty Queen. 10, Book the Nail. 100, Badass. 1031, Holly Ween. 17, Bitch Please. 22, I Wanna Spankin'. 28, Let's Quick. 313, Liquor Posse. 630, Scarlet Danger. 7, Hannah Smash Tana. 702, Inappropriate. 716, Ruby Ridicule. 8, Chachi Patron. 88, Joya Destroyer. 9001, Brat. 99, Trish the Dish. 99, Healthbringer. And 999, Iggy Cox.
We'll roll down the white team's roster real quick. I did just hear that rolling whistle from Mr. Reed the Rules, our jam timer for this game. Real quick, 09 and Persecute, 143 Pinball, 187 Doom, 202 Tiger, 21 Bettin' Poppin', 22 Jerza, 247 PMS, 27 Karma Electric, 318 Dodging Ya, 357 Captain Crush, 505 Swear and Mary, 5150 Doc, 66 Daisy Rage, number 7 Marv, number 785 Rocksteady Betty, 823 Beatrix Potter, 87 Soup Beans, 889 Betty Bolts, number 9 Kel's Inferno, and 911 CT Scan.
It's an incredible lineup we've got going out there on both teams. I've heard we also have a couple people who were brand new, fresh meat as they were called at the time, that were actually coached by members of the opposing team.
I want to point out that the officials did a complete gear check on both teams, something we have not seen here or in Derby anywhere in longer than I care to remember.
We're also seeing some blockers taking a knee at the jam line, something that has been illegal for quite some years.
The real question here is, does our officiating team remember how to do all this silliness?
Will we be releasing the jammers first with a double tweet? Are we seeing a little poodling going to happen?
We may.
I heard a tweet. I'm excited.
All right, that's Jackie Daniels, number 07, out first for the black team, elite jammer, Jackie Daniels.
Not to be outdone by number 22, also looking for a little bit of love from the crowd. Is that a rubber chicken in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
No, I think that is indeed a rubber chicken. Jackie Daniels out now, first 4 points on the board for the black team, circling around again for another lap.
Seeing a little hip whip happening from Trish the Dish here. Looking for a whip from that rubber chicken.
Something we've never seen in the history of roller derby. That's number 99, Trish the Dish, with the first penalty. No, sorry, second penalty of the game.
I have heard a rumor that Trish the Dish never got penalties in this game.
That is a rumor.
Big hit going to number 9, Kel's Inferno. Over here, right in front of the announcers. Really close to the action. Oh, a little love up there. Going to Jackie Daniels from number 911. CT scan. Somersault to top it off with a cherry on top of the cupcake. We've got both jammers in the pack. A little jammer on jammer action out front by Jackie Daniels, number 07 in black.
All right, jam one down. Not too many shenanigans in that jam, but, you know, it is only jam one. Let's see what they can do. I want to talk about some of our sponsors real quick. 187 Killer Pads, patented technology, handmade patterns, tested by the best. 187 Killer Pads. Go check them out.
And fun fact from the officials, we were told Ivana had the first penalty of the game.
I mean, that seems fitting, doesn't it?
Thank you, officials, giving us factual information.
Also, for those of you who haven't been around long enough, watch the jam timer as the jam begins. That whole whistle, double whistle thing kind of got confusing. Luckily, Reed's pretty good at this.
Looks like this team's still trying to find their way from the back attack with a rip whip on the outside. Bixley's getting lead jammer. Not to be followed up, Tiger has now escaped the pack. Little jockeying for position going on inside the pack. We've been engaging when those jammers are going to hit. No slowing down. We all like it fast.
Love to see that skate and weight OPR going on there. Wanted to go doing a nice job of it.
And that looks like number 17 for Black, putting up 4 points for Poodles. Some big blocker on blocker action on the outside here in turn 3. That was pivot number 000. And again, an attempt in turn 2 with Tiger. Blockers jostling for position over Tiger, but she squeaks by on the inside line.
But I guess it makes sense to toss up the rules when you've got a benches full of skaters who have been doing this so long. They know all the rules, they know all the tricks. So just throw a little something at them to make them have to think about it again.
Well, when you helped write the rules about 20 years ago, it had something to do. You might know some loopholes.
Yeah, I mean, we went from a rule book that was like 2 pages long to, I don't know what it is now. Ump's not around to tell me, but it's a freaking Bible nowadays.
Oh, we've got someone starting on the ground. The pivot is touching the pivot line while laying on the ground.
Also, the pivot from the Black team down on the ground in a prone position there, which has long since been illegal, but not today, folks.
Speaking of things that have changed, we're waiting for all the blockers to pass that pivot line with the initial whistle blow, and now we release the jammer. On from number 167.
Oh man, I was hoping for a big old jammer drawback there. Got whistles coming from everywhere. Pretty sure that was a back block. Yes, it was. Oh, and that's right. Skaters have to go in derby direction to get to the penalty box. They can't go backwards anymore, not in this game. So all the way around the track they go.
I like that you used the phrase anymore in this game. So it's Doom, your lead jammer, putting up 5 points. And yeah, that elusive 5th point per pass.
All right. I had blissfully forgotten about the 5th point, but here we are.
Good thing our officials remembered. Some of our officials may have been around for 15 plus years as well. We appreciate all the big brains that are happening, wearing stripes, wearing pink. We do see some people wearing pink, something that doesn't happen all the time anymore. Our flamingos.
Yep, I hated those shirts. Nobody looks good in that color. I don't care who you are.
Some people just can't help looking good no matter what color they wear.
All right, that's fair.
Shout out to the flamingos. So that's the double tweets with 10 points for the jam. How are the Poodles scoreless for that one? Poodle skirts. Yeah, a Poodles.
There are all sorts of shenanigans going on up here on the pivot line right now.
Speaking of shenanigans, a little fun fact about number 143 pinball. When they originally started in 2006, their first job was to be a diver. Literally to jump and lay in front of people as their job. Fun facts.
Sounds safe.
A big thank you to the officials over there doing a little track repair to keep everyone safe. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, and speaking of safe and safety, thank you very much to all the folks wearing those bright green shirts. All our medical staff that are here this weekend, could not do it without you. Thank you so much.
First whistle, and our diver is now standing. We've got some jockeying for position over here to figure out.
Fun fact about one of our jammers, Black 702 M Appropriate, skating since 2009 and has skated with their teammate Ruby Ridicule for the last 15 years. You get one jammer, you get a blocker. They are inseparable.
Just want to explain to y'all what's happening right here. So you will notice that Read the Rules is still pointing at the line and now finally has hit that double whistle. Back in the olden days, all the blockers had to have crossed the pivot line after the first whistle before the jammers were released. There was a game at ECDX many years ago that I was a jam timer for between Gotham and Philly, where the jam never began. We tweeted, the pack never left the pivot line, and we stood there for 2 minutes and had no jam. Thank you very much, Gotham and Philly, for that experience.
There was an attempted peg assist on the inside. If you didn't catch that, didn't quite make it, but I love the shenanigan attempt. That was the double tweets.
I'm loving the speed of this game so far. Hardly any skating backwards has been happening. Almost everything has been pretty quick. A lot of skating forward to try and make the jammers work for their points. Some jammer offense happening.
Very nice, making sure that their wall is set up and ready to receive Black Jammer. Oh, but one of those blockers getting sent to the penalty box.
All right, jam is called there. Looking like 38-31, double tweet in the lead, 10 minutes gone and a half. Want to give a shout out to 888, another one of our sponsors. Innovation Progression, 888 has you covered because your gear should work as hard as you do.
Looks like we've got number 9 lined up for the double tweets. That's Kills Inferno against 999 Iggy Cox. Fun fact about Iggy Cox, Iggy Pop has their card. She has given a card to Iggy Pop, one of her trading cards. But does she have one of his? It's on her back. That is Iggy out in front for, not lead. He's getting told they're not lead because of a forearm.
Kells Inferno fighting in the back. There's a little recycle on the inside line. Another one on the outside here, and that's number 07 of the Poodles, Jackie Daniels, slowing them down.
Finally, lead jammer is given almost a minute into the jam. See what they're going to do with it. They'll run the rest of this jam out, try to put some more points on the board.
Is that a rubber chicken?
That is indeed a rubber chicken. Thank you to Monkey Lou, your one-stop solution to cleaning and maintaining your skate bearings that will add speed and smoother performance to your bearings that you will feel. Monkey Lou, go check them out.
I see a PMS on the line for the double tweets, and number 28, that's Miss Quick for the Poodles. Those jammers really want to go on the first whistle, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Fun fact about Miss Quick, she started playing at 9 years old. Is a founder, coach, and skater at Great Lakes Roller Derby.
That's awesome. So something else I just noticed and remembered is you will see this one lonely NSO standing over there in turn 2 with a whiteboard above their head. That is them reporting the penalties from the outside pack roughs to the penalty wrangler on the infield. Thankless job.
So have all penalties been major penalties, or have we seen any minor ones?
No, so that's the big job for the outside whiteboard out there, was sending in minor penalties. So for those that don't know or don't remember, you had to accrue 4 minor penalties before you got a major penalty.
That is where our Poodle name comes from. Sometimes jammers would give up that extra little minor penalty in order to create a major one, get that penalty out of the way, and then get back out on the track.
Both jammers scoring points here, getting to the back pretty quickly, and Nesquik calls it off, and final score for that jam looks like 8-8, even points.
Want to thank the Ride.
There we go, 4 more points. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, it's fine. Rydell Skates family, thank you to them for being here. Radar Halo Alloy is here. Check out Radar Wheels inside the Rydell booth.
Looks like we've got number 505, Swear Marie, on the line for the double tweets. And Anna Slash Dana for the Poodles. Lighten up the track with those amazing wheels. Lead jammer is going to be going to the double tweets. Having a little fun with pinball up at the front of the track.
Something funky happened at that jam. I see Reed standing over there, like making hand motions and faces. Did we forget the double tweet that jam?
I think he might have. I didn't notice. I was too busy wondering why there were blockers so far out of the engagement zone. But, you know.
I mean, they're more kind of like guidelines now instead of rules, right?
Yes, indeed. All right, we're going to time out on the track. Like we're going to have an official timeout. Something needs to get sorted out here. Take the opportunity to shout out Wheels and Heels Roller Girls Kitchen Food Truck. Follow on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Thank you, Wheels and Heels.
Some incredible elasticity being shown right in front of the pivot line there by the pivot, trying to extend the lead that their team will be able to have as they start the jam. So we know if you have a white stripe, everybody from the opposing side needs to line up behind you.
And that's your entire body.
The Rule is getting his exercise in out there on the jammer line. Or sorry, the pivot line.
Looks like we're going to be starting with both jammers in the penalty box, with a large contingency of blockers as well. There's a party in the box, everybody. Party on the track as well, as we wait for the jammers to be released.
Ah, yes, the days of yore when derby stopped, when 2 jammers got a penalty.
But dancing never stops, not at RollerCon.
That's what we like to see. Man, that is a very full penalty box. Well done, y'all. Like, that's awesome. At least you got to sit for the, well, I guess you're missing out on the dance party, though, aren't you?
They're probably catching up on all the games with all of the NSOs that are in there, asking how their summer's going. What other games are you working today? What league are you with now?
Oh, yes. And penalties are longer. So we're going to wait even longer.
4-minute penalties for our jammers. Oh, we've got a jammer standing, star standing, a chicken standing.
Our dancing jammers, very nice.
Is that dancing or friendly taunting? I can't tell.
Porque no los dos. It could be both. And our jammers are released. Derby is happening on the track, everybody. It was not the jam that stood still for 2 minutes.
Minute 15. That's pretty good, though.
Just for minute 16. we've got some shenanigans in the middle here. Oh my goodness.
Now there's something I've not seen before.
Definitely not Trish the Dish getting a penalty, perhaps.
I believe the original infraction was a forearm, a major forearm, but devolved from there.
It seemed fairly major to me.
Fun fact about fours, since 2004, Trish the Dish has been playing roller derby.
And yet again, more shenanigans on the track. That's number 35 and number 912.
All right.
Looks like Halloween is out there with the star cover on, looking for some points. We jam for the Poodles. Coming against the back of Mel Malice there, but the front.
Nice little spin move to snag lead, and more jammer on jammer action over on the second straightaway.
We have a chicken down.
A juke juke here and a buck buck there. We got a chicken down. In turn 3, no one was harmed. Chicken has been recovered. Until this jam, we had a really close game, but still only 14 points between these two teams, and shenanigans abound.
A stolen chicken. That's Trish the Dish running up to snag a chicken from Durza over here.
And also, Trish the Dish re-entering the pack from the wrong direction, which is illegal now, but was not then.
The pile-up happening after and the chicken has gone flying. Pretty sure that's a head block right there, or maybe a high block from the chicken. Should go to the box.
Yep.
Or the chicken coop, as it were. Some spinneries happening to get Halloween up and out of there. Amazing assist. Assist helping to close the gap a little bit between these two teams, the Double Tweet and the Poodles. Reminder, these are teams that have people that have played for over 15 years in roller derby. Some at 20 years of playing roller derby, y'all.
I can imagine a few of these folks playing in this game might want to visit WFTI Wellness and Body Breakdown after this game. Visit WFTI Wellness booth for free wrapping, injury assessment, and wellness products. Then visit Body Breakdown and book your massage with Blue.
I spy Tiger on the line for double tweets, and that's Liquor Posse for the Poodles, waiting for their blockers to move past the pivot line.
Liquor Posse waiting since 2006. That's how long they've been playing roller derby. Fun fact, Tiger had also played for Range City Roller Derby in Anchorage, Alaska, and Black Diaspora as a jammer. Liquor Posse is going to be getting lead jammer in this jam.
I know for a fact that some of these folks playing in this game were also at the World Cup just last weekend, so lots of derby going on out there. Booty Queen from my home league, the Wasatch Roller Derby, was out there playing for Team South Africa. Of course, Black Diaspora was there as well. It was a fantastic tournament. I didn't get to watch all the games, but I did watch some really great roller derby.
Looks like it was pivot Iggy Cox slowing down Tiger, and Tiger sent to the penalty box for a forearm. Not sure if that was the fourth minor or a major, but to the box they go.
Well, I haven't looked just yet, but you can tell the difference between the major and the minor penalty, because the referee who is issuing the penalty, if it's for four minors, will do this thing with their they put all four fingers out and swoop up instead of just the single finger point for a major penalty.
Kind of indicative of adding up all of the minors with showing how many please leave, versus that was a big no-no. One big no, get out of here.
4 back finger versus the whole hands.
That's right. The other part of it is that most referees can't count very well, as all skaters know. So, you got to have a visual representation for them as well.
And I see a timeout being called by the Poodles. They'll take this moment to confer on the jam line and plan out their next shenanigans, I suspect.
The next 20 years of playing roller derby?
Wouldn't that be the dream, Athena? 40 years of roller derby?
That would be incredible.
Oh, man. If I'm still around, let's see. I don't want to think about how old I'm going to be then. Let's talk about sponsors. S1 Helmets. The S1 Lifer helmet. Best fit plus best protection equals made for roller derby. Get a lifer. Be a lifer.
And we want to protect your big brain so that you can play roller derby for 20 plus years. Kind of similar to Joya Destroyer, said she's been playing derby for 16 years and she skates way better now than she does then. Can confirm, killing it.
They were just pretending.
Speaking of killing, did you know there used to be a 50-lap killer for the MSRs? You can thank Hellslinger for helping redo the MSRs 3 different times.
If you didn't catch that, the Poodles coach, Candy, was taking an opportunity to tell the refs how they felt about how the game is being called.
It seemed more like Candy was expressing their heartfelt thanks for the officials being here and facilitating this game, just vehemently doing so.
That was Tiger skating derby direction from the penalty box, back around to line up behind the jammer line and wait for the tweets.
Little apex jump over the hips there by Nesquik. Game lead jammer in this jam. Holding start with 26 points for the Poodles.
That was Brat, I think, with a big hit on the outside there.
Yeah, pretty big little crash up here on turn 3. Almost took out a ref, but some fine skating skills by Gogo out here on the outside saved them from that.
Noticed it was dodging you and took that for advice and definitely dodged.
Both jammers engaged in the pack at the moment.
Tiger showing a little love to the blockers at the front of the pack. Couple cheeks to say, good work, but I'm also out. You can't catch this.
There was also a jammer lap point awarded for that little action there. That is Nesquik, I believe, picking up a 5th point.
Would you say it's 5 in the sky?
5 in the sky. 1 more points for Nesquik there.
I'm glad y'all are doing the play-by-play because I'm resisting.
This is not the game of resistance. This is the game of survival. This is the game of we've been here a long time. I think you're allowed to say that right now.
That's fair.
Are we supposed to call them panties for this game?
Oh, is it? Yeah, I guess we could go back to that. It's a panty pass.
I mean, I'm seeing a lot of fishnets. I did see some booty, so why not?
Want to thank my friend Queen Rude from Rude Chicks out here, Roller Derby Apparel, all skate, no hate since 2008. Go see her over by track 3.
That's PMS and Scarlet Danger lined up on the jammer line, waiting for the blockers to move past the pivot line. The black team, Poodles, appears to be waiting for their blocker, maybe, to leave the box.
Well, Hannah Smashana actually did go back in Poodle and gained another penalty in order to go ahead and just clear off their penalty track. That happened right before the jam started.